Welcome back to Ulaan Baatar. We're at the new airport again, the Genghis Khan International Airport, which opened very recently. It's quite nice in here, small place, but quite nice. And we're getting a little tour today. And I have here with me Sodo, who is actually in the middle of doing her line training on the Embraer fleet, right?
Yes.
She's kind enough to show me around the airport. We're going to get a little bit of access to the ramp out there, go to the tower, hopefully, get a little behind the scenes and show you around how things work here at the new Ulaan Baatar Airport, which is very far from the city. Anyway, thank you very much, and we're going to go out and check things out now. Hope you enjoy. Out on the ramp now, get a look at what's going on. Currently we have one of the two E190s behind. That's not the one I flew the other day domestically. And there's 6 gates here with jet bridges at the new airport. Over here you always see a Korean airline, Korean Air A330 there now. The other day when we were departing, Korean left, Asiana 330 came in. You also see T-Way A330. And MIAT also flies their 787 to Seoul. So a lot of traffic, a lot of capacity to and from Korea. We've got MIAT 787 over here. It's one of 2 787-9s that they operate, as far as I know. Anyone that knows different can correct me. This one is Ireland registered, so you've got the EI prefix and then UBN. That's the airport code here. And this one is actually headed out to Bishkek on a charter flight. That would have been a kind of a cool one to do. Ulaan Baatar, Bishkek. Probably a 4-hour flight or so, I guess, similar to Almaty, and not far, Bishkek from Almaty. And their other 787 is currently en route to Frankfurt. It already left earlier this morning. We've got Korean Air A330 here, obviously headed to Seoul. There are some flights to other cities in Korea direct from this airport, like Busan, I believe. I don't know if there's any others. And we've got the other Hunnu Air E190 in the background at its usual remote stand over there. That's where we boarded yesterday and deplaned. Gonna check flight radar now quickly to see if there's anything else interesting coming in imminently that we can film for you. Also the 757 MIAT cargo, beautiful, beautiful thing to look at. Saw it briefly getting taken over to its hangar over there. I think we're gonna head to the hangar after as well, so maybe we'll see it again. So it looks like we've got 2 more flights from Seoul coming in. One in about 10 minutes, Jeju Air 737, and then T-Way A330 in about an hour, hour and a half. So we'll be around to catch those. No surprise, it's Seoul all day long here. Super high interest for Korean tourists coming to Mongolia, which is a really interesting phenomenon. The evidence is here in the aircraft. The routes in and out of here, so many to and from Seoul, and the size of the aircraft. Really interesting to see. Sodo, tell me, you've had kind of an interesting career. You've been doing various things around the aviation industry, living in different places, and you grew up partly in Russia, is that correct?
Yes, that's correct.
Give me the little summary of your career and life.
Okay, so what connected me to the aviation is very interesting. Actually, my first profession wasn't a pilot job. So I started like a normal Mongolian girl, grew up in Mongolia after 12 years old, and then my parents moved to Russia. That's how I grew up in Russia most of my teenage years. And then after this, I studied economics actually in Russia. Okay. And then I worked like for 2 years with my profession in marketing. And then I just wanted to travel the world and I wanted to become a cabin crew. So that's how I joined Emirates. It was amazing, 4 years experience, and that's when I saw the pilots and I just fell in love with the profession. So I decided to pursue my dream and become a pilot. So now I graduated my school, pilot school, and working in Mongolia, in my home country, which is I'm very happy, and working for Hunnu Air as a first officer.
Really nice.
Yeah.
And you mentioned that it's a very small airline, so everybody knows each other, right?
Yes, the good thing is, in Emirates is like 23,000 cabin crew only, 10,000 pilots, right? So every time you go on a flight, you meet the people, like new people on each flight. But here is a small airline, like everybody is like a family, they know each other, like we become friends, and this is a completely different experience as well for me, which is really nice.
And how much of line training do you have left? Like when will you get upgraded to?
Yeah, so I had my type rating and now I'm doing my line training and I'm flying with my captain instructors. And once my captains tell me I'm ready to be released for the check ride, so I'm gonna finish my line training and become officially a first officer at Hunnu Air.
Nice. I think it's a really inspiring story
Yes.
about going after what you want and like living your dreams. It's
Yeah,
cool.
I just wanna send a message to the girls because I get a lot of messages as well asking questions like how to become a pilot or cabin crew. So never give up. Chase your dream, and that would be very, I think, inspiring.
Very nice. Yeah, that's great. I'll be sure to put Sodo's Instagram link down in the description in case you want to follow her adventures here. And maybe next time we'll get to fly with you.
Yeah, maybe.
Cool.
Great.
Alright, Jeju arrived on stand and the Korean Air 330 is going to depart in about a half hour. So we're going to head straight to the tower, get that elevated view, maybe capture the departure from there. Should be quite beautiful out here in such a kind of barren, arid landscape with few trees and sort of A330 lifting off from the steppe. Very beautiful. Hopefully, that's how I'm imagining it anyway. Check out what goes on in the tower. Should be pretty cool. Alright, bus showed up, so we're gonna get a little bus ride over to the tower. Probably good because I forgot to put on sunscreen today. Remember kids, put on your sunscreen, especially if you're in a sunny place at high altitude. It's about 4,400 feet here at this airfield. Also the same for Ulaan Baatar, the city. Might be off by a few hundred feet, but higher up you go, generally, the more the sun will get you. And if you go even higher, it can be misleading because it'll get colder, but the sun will be stronger. So, wear your sunscreen.
This is our balcony.
Oh, nice.
This is the control tower. We are controlling the aircrafts arriving and departing. You can see the aircraft is taxiing now for takeoff, and you can see the equipment.
And how many people usually staffing?
3 to 4 people.
Yeah. I guess it never gets too crazy busy here.
Not that busy.
You have a great view. That's important.
Yes.
And here are you handling high-level traffic as well?
No,
Not at all.
this is just for the departing and landing aircrafts.
Yeah.
Control below the 2,100 meters.
Cleared for takeoff, wind variable 2 meters per second. After airborne, contact approach 120.0. Good day.
Clear for takeoff, 129 and after airport, contact 120.0 Mongolia 053, thank you.
This area only, the tower.
The inner
No,
area or the
the-
whole?
No, just the inner, this triangle.
Portrait area.
Mm.
Only this small area. And then outside there's Buyuntuha, the old airport. They also
Mhm.
have different ATC
Oh, they have a different
tower
yeah, of
control,
course,
yeah. Only 2 or 3 people are working, but on the outside there are like 16 people on Buyuntuha. Buyuntuha is the old airport.
Okay, right.
Has bigger,
And the people there are controlling the wider area.
yeah.
But so, like, if I'm a Air China aircraft who crosses into Mongolian airspace, who am I talking to then?
This is the upper area.
Yeah.
Who controls the?
And where do they sit?
Is it at the old airport?
At the old airport. Okay.
This is the airways, and this is the approach control area, and our responsibilities only this small.
All right, Korean Air about to depart. We're gonna go out into the little balcony here to see if we can get a nice shot. It looks like it will be a perfect shot. And it's a funny little doorway. You have to crouch down.
Be careful.
Yeah. Oh. Wow, look at this. Not easy with a backpack. Keychains for you, flight radar. Yeah.
Thank you so much.
No worries. Thank you for having us and showing me around. Thank you. All right, super cool view from the tower. Now time to head down to the hangar, see what we see there. All right, now we're in the hangar. We have the Embraer 190, the first one we saw when we first came out, that had arrived. We met that crew. They came in from a domestic destination west of Mongolia. I can't remember the name of it. And then they've towed this one into the hangar. Looks like it's just getting a little bit of attention over here. Landing gear, nothing major. I'll try to find out if they have anything bigger planned for it. Different airlines use this hangar. It's not Hunnu specifically, just rent the space, I guess. And there's a MIAT 737 parked just outside. I wonder what they're doing with that one. These look quite nice, even without the purple engine and tail. What do you prefer? Do you like the white with the purple logo and writing accents? Or do you like when there's more purple involved? That purple was confusing a lot of people when I posted the wing of the E2 on Instagram. If you're watching there, if you're not, definitely follow our Instagram. We always put it in the description to get sort of live real-time updates and aviation knowledge quizzes and things like that. But people saw the purple on that E2 engine and thought Wizz Air. I pointed out though, you got to look at the whole picture. You need to see that there's no winglet. A Wizz Air plane would have a big winglet, or at least some winglet. Anyway, I like when the planes are covered in purple, but this one is pretty too. And it's too bad we don't have anything else in here at the moment. Be nice to get up close with a different aircraft, but oh well. Always fun to be in a hangar. This is huge spaces. And this is not among the biggest hangars in the world, but it's still so impressive as a structure. I guess it's probably sized to fit, well, just about anything, at least in terms of height. I guess if you pulled a 787 in here, it would take up the whole thing. Just a guess.
Тэгээд заагдсан суудал байгаа. Тэр суудлуудыг үзээд тэгээд стратуудаа харчин, брейкнийхаа юуг харчин бас.
So he's doing the daily check, checking all the aircraft outside and all the gears and struts for the schedule, by the schedule,
Okay, nice.
by the list. He already knows which ones he has to check.
Okay. And giving the wheels a nice polish. The gear.
The aircraft is always in good condition due to these guys.
Yeah. little walk. Apparently we weren't supposed to walk this stretch, we were supposed to take the bus. We're almost at the terminal here. Oh, here goes Jeju departing back to Seoul. Try and get that shot. Captured the departure. 7:37 back to Seoul, and we got T-Way coming in a moment. Yes. I'm losing my badge.
So we were supposed to go through the post as a check, but then we just walked this way and it was not allowed.
Okay, yeah.
So that's why he's taking the IDs.
All right, yeah, we're in a bit of trouble now. So the punishment is a long walk, slow walk in the midday sun. But eventually we'll be cleared back through this security post and then hopefully be able to catch T-Way coming in while that's happening. Okay. Well, we got kicked out of Airside, which means we missed the T-Way arrival. But on the plus side, we did put the Airside security to the test and they passed. They caught us very well, treated us fairly, despite losing that last little landing from the A330. But we can live with that. So, cool tour of the Airside area. Hope you enjoyed. The tower was an especial highlight for me. And thank you again, Sodo, for everything.
Thank you, guys.
See you next time. From Ulaan Baatar for Flight Radar 24 in an elevator, I'm Gabriel Lee.